The International Criminal Court, ICC, has issued an arrest warrant on Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and Israel's former defense minister, as well as Hamas leader. This is coming at a time when Israel has intensified their bombardment at Lebanon, and ground operations are currently going on in Lebanon. Now, this arrest warrant was expected last August. It did not come. The United States of America, Germany, and some of Israel's allies had warned the International Criminal Court that any arrest warrant issued to Benjamin Netanyahu would be met with heavy resistance and also will be heavily condemned, and thus asked the justices to stop the arrest warrant. So, ICC members on their part says they cannot be indifferent with the numerous killings in Gaza and the October 7 attack. Now, currently, more than 30,000 people have been killed, most of them women and children and civilians, in the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. Now, ICC also said they cannot be indifferent to the fact that Benjamin Netanyahu should not be left alone while President Vladimir Putin is on ICC watch list. But the United States of America has fired back at ICC. They have asked for U.S. allies, and they have asked for Congress to nullify it and to declare the ICC warrant persona non grata. But they say the United States of America appreciated the arrest warrant that the ICC gave for Vladimir Putin. Now, another arrest warrant has been given to one of their own. They don't want it. So what is good for the gander is not good for the gaddies. So this is what the United States is saying. A lot of reaction from the United States of America, from prominent officials. They have said ICC has no jurisdiction and no right to issue Prime Minister Netanyahu, whom they say is defending his territorial integrity, that ICC has no jurisdiction to issue an arrest warrant. But ICC says they have issued an arrest warrant, and they have called on all member states that are signatory to the ICC to actually enforce this arrest warrant, which means that anywhere that Benjamin Netanyahu goes, he should be arrested. I want you to watch this video.
Well, good afternoon. We'll begin this hour with breaking news, and the International Criminal Court has issued an arrest warrant for the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The court says that there are reasonable grounds to believe that Mr. Netanyahu and his former defense minister, Yoav Gallant, each bear criminal responsibility for the war crime of intentionally directing an attack against the civilian population in Gaza. Well, the ICC has also issued an arrest warrant for the leader of Hamas, Mohammed Daif, for what it says are alleged crimes against humanity and war crimes committed on the territory of the State of Israel and the State of Palestine. This arrest warrant for Yoav Gallant, as well as the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, has been wanted by the ICC. The chief prosecutor, Karim Khan, applied for these arrest warrants for the Israeli Prime Minister and Defence Minister, as was former Defence Minister Yoav Gallant, back on the 20th of May this year. Those warrants, that application was challenged by the State of Israel on a number of grounds. In its ruling today, the ICC has said that despite those applications to have the arrest warrant not followed through, the ICC says that there are reasonable grounds to suspect that Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant oversaw attacks on civilian population, as well as challenging Israel's argument that because Israel is not a signatory to the Rome Statute, which binds nations to the International Criminal Court, the court had no jurisdiction over Israel and therefore could not level these charges, these arrest warrants for these particular charges. The court had decided, following, as I say, the application made by the chief prosecutor on the 20th of May, Karim Khan, for these arrest warrants to be put in place, that the court itself did not have jurisdiction over Israel, as Israel was not a signatory to the ICC, to the Rome Statute. The court says that that is not warranted in this particular case. They are happy for these warrants to continue, and have said that despite that, the Chamber noted the acceptance of the court's jurisdiction is not required, as the court can exercise its jurisdiction on the basis of territorial jurisdiction of Palestine. They say, this is the reading from the court that's just been released, as determined by pre-trial Chamber 1 in a previous composition. Furthermore, they go on to say that the statute states are not entitled to challenge the court's jurisdiction under Article 19.2 prior to the issuance of the warrant of arrest. They say, thus, this makes Israel's challenge premature. This is without prejudice to any future possible challenge to the court's jurisdiction.